So we are looking for an 8:38 start. So the athletes have been introduced to the track and starters have done their thing. So we will prep now also for a start. So we'll let the girls start and we will then introduce the field to you.
On your marks.
Check your toes, please, girls.
So clean start away from Station 1, Indiana from Moorabbin. 2, Skylar from Geelong. 3, 4, Kayla from South Melbourne. 5, Eve from South Melbourne District. 6, Vivian from Moorabbin. 7, Lila from Keilor. 8, Lily from Corio. 9, Piper from Keilor. 11, Adelaide from Coburg. 12, Lola from Geelong. 14, Yanea from Nuttawading. 15, Emily from Surf Coast. 16, Olivia from Buninyong. 17, Willow from Southern Peninsula. 18, Emery from Bendigo. 19, Ashley from Doncaster. 20, Alicia from Frankston. 21, Bonnie from Warrnambool. 23, Maya from Gisborne. And 24, Alia from Brighton. So the athlete who won the 800 yesterday, Eve, is leading the pack. Now, Eve's new onto the scene. I haven't seen Eve before, but she's got a very, very confident way about her. She leads well. She's got that distance physique. Just behind her, I can see Emery from Bendigo. Now, Emery doesn't come through with the quickest of times, so probably expecting her to drop back off this pack a little bit. Eve comes through with a seated time of 5:18. So, as I mentioned before, she won the 800 yesterday. And sitting right on her heels at the moment is Vivian from Moorabbin. Now, we've seen Vivian in previous seasons. She's a very, very calm and collected runner. And we have Indiana not too far behind her. So Vivian with the blonder hair and Indiana with a bit more mousy brown.
Unfortunately, they're all at your end. Anyway, I better get out of the way.
So as they make their way around, it still is Eve from South Melbourne leading very, very well. And she's just nice and comfortable there. You can just see her, similar as we mentioned about James earlier, is just that tempo. There's not a lot of movement at all of her head. Her shoulders are low. Arms aren't crossing over her body, and she just had just a bit of a head check to see where the girls are, but it's not a whole body turn, which you can see some athletes do, and it sort of sets them off balance and they move about a bit. They're in shot now at the moment. That's Lila from Keilor and our Geelong athlete in Lola. Athlete from Surf Coast there coming past camera shot, and that's Emily. This might be actually Lola there. It might have been Skylar, the Geelong athlete we saw before in that first sort of group or lead pack. So Eve's still leading the way. Vivian not too far behind. And they're going to be making their way around the track, coming in towards the bell lap. So once they hear the bell lap, so there's about 500 metres to go. So you do expect the girls probably to try and keep in touch with Eve, but Vivian comes in with a seated time, probably about 12 seconds slower than Eve, and she does still seem to be very composed. Expected probably to have a bit of a kick and to up the tempo in this last lap. And our second Moorabbin athlete there in Indiana, she does come through as our 5th fastest qualifier, and that's Skylar next from Geelong. So I apologise before, I actually called Skylar a different name. Then we've got our athlete there from Nuttawading, which is Yana, and our Doncaster athlete in Ashley. So pressure's starting to build around the front of the race at the moment. So Eve's starting to probably open it again, so she's probably left to that 200 metres to kick it a bit there. So she's starting to open up that lead a little bit again now. So it's probably got about 5 to 7 metres on the athlete behind her. And then we have Vivian and Indiana not too far behind. So I think you'll find this won't change much at all now. These place getters will hold strong. So this is going to be a quicker time for Eve, so quicker than her region qualifying time. So a huge effort to her, 5:08, so that's a great time for her as she comes across the line. Vivian will hold to third at 5:15 and Indiana at 5:17. So super job for those two girls as well. So a huge shave off their personal best times. Skylar from Geelong next across the line. Then we have Ashley from Doncaster. Yana from Nuttawading. Kayla from South Melbourne District. And then our Southern Peninsula athlete in Willow. And Lila from Keilor. So the athletes really streaming across. Only 50 metres to go until our final competitor. Emery from Bendigo. Lola from Geelong. And that rounds out our under 11 girls, 1500 metres. Next event on the track is our under 11 boys, 1500 metres. So this is event 202. We are scheduled for an 8:47 start, so we'll just, the boys do appear to be on the start line.